meet at the movies. Let's all meet at the movies. Let's all meet at the movies.
Because I'm the most popular guy on the show. It is halfway through October, so we're going to start seeing lots of spooky movies coming out, at least, kind of like 2 a week with that kind of theme. And the first one we're going to go over is Goosebumps.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I'm kind of
the books,
excited.
right?
Yeah, I read all those books when Goosebumps had those ones where you can turn to this page and the story ends this way. That was awesome. But now we've got a movie starring Jack Black as R.L. Stine. And the idea behind this one is this teenager guy, Zach, moves into the country from the city. He's bored. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Then he meets this really good-looking neighbor, Hannah, next door. They start hanging out, and then he finds out that her dad is R.L. Stine, and he keeps all these books of all these things that he wrote in this library. But what we learn is that the monsters are real, and they're being held captive in these books. Of course, Zach, being a teenager, opens them up, releases all these monsters, and they have to then team up together and stop the town from being frightened and destroyed by these monsters.
So now, is this movie geared at people who grew up with the books and are a little older now, or is it for like younger aged kids?
It seems to be a little bit more for the younger age kids, like how old like I was when it came out, but all the people around my age are going to go and see it anyway.
Okay.
Just because it's a Goosebumps.
But it's not like gory and stuff like that.
No, it's still a kid movie.
Cool.
And it's fun. I mean, it's Jack Black. I don't know if Jack Black does gory movies.
Well,
I don't know.
The Pick Up Destiny was kind of gory, but for other reasons.
There's a pick of Destiny. All right. So that one I'm really excited for. It's only got a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. But there is still more good to it than the bad. This thing is kind of like cheesy, but there's a lot of spooky charm in it that the same that the books had, so that's something to look forward to.
Cool.
The next one, the Halloween season movie, is Guillermo del Toro's Crimson Peak. So that one looks horribly frightening to me. The idea is this woman gets kind of swooned by this attractive guy, goes to his big mansion on top of like a blood red mountain. It's made of like red clay, so already that's scary.
Already. Yeah, who would do that?
And there's this giant house, and you find out that like things are kept alive in the house. You're not allowed to go below a certain floor, of course, and all these kind of ghosts and things come around. You find out all the different secrets of the house, and it's kind of horrifying from these little monsters jumping out at you and things like that. The one thing that critics seem to be kind of going against this, though it is properly spooky and the mood is really great, is that they're saying that a lot of the spirits are a little bit too visible, and it kind of almost looks like they're kind of Halloween costume thingies.
Oh, really?
They're not like you can see them in too detail. They're not like I guess misty enough or something like that. But at the same time, like the rest of the feel of the movie is properly scary.
All right.
So that's really cool. That one's got a 68% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's going to make you jump, and it looks real creepy. I wouldn't see this, but I'm a baby, so.
All right.
And then we have one more movie that's not like Halloween themed. It's the Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks movie Bridge of Spies. Now that's kind of the Cold War era one where Hanks plays an American attorney and he's sent to Russia to negotiate the return of a pilot that was shot down over Russia. And he's really meant to go there to kind of like do things that politicians can't do, kind of be like, hey, we need to work this out, but leaving the governments out of it.
Now, I'm going to assume this one is terrible because it's Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, and I've heard nothing about it.
Oh, I keep seeing the commercial where he goes,
Have you?
I'm just an insurance lawyer. Why do you want me to do this? And the commercials I've seen say it's going to be an Oscar-winning performance. That it's an
Really?
Oscar-winning performance.
Well,
That's
no,
what the
I
reviews
have.
are.
Maybe you're watching more, important things than I am. I have not seen anything for this. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I've been living under a rock or
I've
something.
seen more about Bridge of Spies and then Crimson Peak, and then not really too much about Goosebumps. But Bridge of Spies is supposed to be really good, 92%.
Yeah, it shows you what shows I've been watching. I've seen nothing but Goosebumps commercials. Maybe I've just been watching too much TV with my son.
Yeah, I think so. But this is the one I think everyone's going to want to see. 92% Rotten Tomatoes,
Well, that's
and
good.
critics are saying, like Robin said, that this is supposed to be like one of the top 5 movies of the year.
Well,
They're
now I'm
expecting
excited about it. All right, good. I'm glad I heard your little review here, Meat Sandwich.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. We have the trailers up at WPDH.com. You can check them out for yourself. Bridge of Spies looks like it's going to be really good, though. And until next week, we'll meet at the movies with more scary movies.